Good morning. It's a marvelous Monday, a mysterious Monday, a Monday that we're all starting our work week back, and I've been wearing a lot of black, and someone said to me, "Oh, you in diva mode?" And I said, "No, I think I'm grieving." And today the story is about lost and missing children. There are more than one way for children to be lost. And I think that when you hear this story, I posted up the news story on my page first today because I want you to read it, let it marinate, watch the clips, and understand why I am so fired up. This is insanity that now we understand that there were people who allegedly saw a man in a white t-shirt. Now that morning, October the 4th, it was like 45 degrees. 45 degrees in the Midwest, feel like 38, 35, 36. It's cold. Now, the mother claimed the baby had on purple shorts, purple shirt. I'm like, okay, you put your baby to bed in all day clothes that they've been playing in all day. You nasty and you negligent. 2 weeks after the fact, then you tell them you was drunk and you blanked out. I can't even get the word out of my mouth because it's a lie. You got drunk and blacked out, and your baby is sick. And just like, let me read the story. So this is another story. You got one version from Yahoo, and I'm giving you the other version from ABC News. There's surveillance tape. People, you walking around here thinking, do you really believe there was the power of technology that at any given point, they got satellites that can look down and see your neighborhood and point to your house if you were stupid enough to give somebody your address? All you Facebooking folks, and them cell phones and things that you think you are anonymous, not so much. Because they have GPS devices. You know what? Global positioning. That means wherever you are positioned at on the globe, they can see you. And even more importantly, God can see everything. You know, this story makes me sick in my stomach. And one of the reasons why is because now they're inside baby Lisa's home. It's new surveillance footage of a mystery man. So they saying they got the surveillance footage of a mystery man, and it may support the claim of the parents of Lisa Irwin that their daughter was abducted. But here was my position with Casey Anthony, and I maintain this. You are still culpable. You are still responsible. Because God did not give that baby to Olive. Well, yes, he did. It's all of our responsibilities, but it's mainly the responsibility of the mother to protect the child. If you're not doing that, you are just as guilty as these other people. They actually committed the crime. Neighbors saw things and they waited. Okay, let me read this to you. So this is from yesterday, October 23rd. New surveillance footage of a mystery man may support the claim by the parents of Lisa Irwin that their daughter was abducted. And video obtained exclusively by Good Morning America, a man dressed in white is seen leaving a wooded area at 2:30 a.m. the night of Lisa's disappearance. The family says Lisa was abducted, and they point to key witnesses who saw the suspicious man that night carrying a baby. Why y'all didn't call somebody that night? Mike Thompson told ABC News that he was on his way home from work about 4 a.m. on October 4th. Now, he came out the woods at 2:30. And then you seen him at 4 a.m. Okay. I know it's sick, twisted folks that he might have been doing things between that time, but they usually get out of the area. He said he saw a man in a t-shirt carrying a baby at an intersection about 3 miles from the Irwin home. It was shortly after 4 a.m. that Lisa's parents said they discovered she was missing. At 4 a.m., 45 degrees, baby don't have a coat or nothing, and this guy walking down the street, and I thought it was kind of weird, Thompson said. He thought the sight was so unusual that he recalled considering offering the man and baby a ride, but couldn't because he was on his motorcycle. Why you didn't call the police then? He later reported. Later! You know, later is what it says. And it's probably too late. You know, we got to stop this. It ain't none of my business. If they ask me, I'll tell them. This is a baby. He later told the police that and ABC News. You know, it's amazing how everybody started remembering stuff to tell when the cameras is around. But when the child was first missing, or first reported missing, you should have had dogs on the ground, people all around, searching the immediate area and the house. You should automatically have a search warrant anytime it's any kind of abduction of a child. I still go by that. And lock the parents up for 72 hours so they can't talk to each other and get their stories together, so they can't tamper with evidence, so they can't obstruct justice and the process. All of this means nothing to me because I still believe it might have been one of the men that was at her party. You think she drank that big gallon box of wine by herself? I don't think so. Okay. I'm going to skip some because I want to go down to the part where it's you know, these people saw something and they did nothing until later. A few hours earlier, a couple living 3 houses down from the Irwin family. A few hours. They saw a similar sight. A woman and her husband said they saw a man in a t-shirt carrying a baby. They thought the situation was so unusual that they reported to the police. Okay, but several hours went by. You know how long it takes for somebody to rape and kill? They could do it in under a minute. Under a minute. I know you say, damn, who cares? It's not always about orgasms and things like that. Sick people that are having sex with babies and stuff, they don't care about none of that. They're not normal. You can't use normal standards, values, or rationale to apply to them. It's not applicable. I couldn't imagine anyone outside walking with their baby in the cold like that with no clothes, the woman told ABC News. Bradley had said that Lisa was wearing purple shorts and a purple t-shirt when he last saw her, but the neighboring couple said the baby they saw did not appear to be wearing any clothing. Now I'm going to go down here because there's a dumpster fire all around the same time. GMA also learned that police were investigating a fire that took place at a dumpster at that same time in that same area. That dumpster fire could explain not only why burnt clothes were shown to Lisa's parents during the interrogation, but also why authorities searched an area landfill as a part of the investigation. The dumpster where the fire occurred is emptied at the landfill. The people who reported the fire told GMA that flames were shooting 7 feet to the high and believed that some kind of accelerant was used. Now, overnight family lawyer Cindy Short gave GMA an exclusive tour of the home where baby Lisa was missing. It was the first time Short saw the home, and she said that what she found surprised her. On Friday, cadaver dogs had a positive hit at the foot of the parents' bed. But last night, the rug was still there intact. They used 2 pages to tell the story. You know, the documents also continue a puzzle comment by Lisa's mother. Bradley made the statement she did not initially look for the baby behind the house because she was afraid of what she might find. There's a garden, the area was disturbed. Making me sick. Making me sick. The focus of this investigation this week has been largely centered on Lisa's parents, as it should be. As it should be. There's nobody else that is ultimately responsible for the safety of that child but the parents. Now, you first came out with the baby, you kept saying that, well, she was sick and she had a cough. And I told y'all in my initial story, People that stealing babies for whatever reason, nefarious and otherwise. All of us nefarious. Don't know that word? Look it up. You doing something like this, most of the time in an abduction, it's so, some sick pedophile can get his rocks off. But he had to have access to the house. There was no signs of breaking in, no signs of forced entry. You drunk and passed out. How responsible are you? You better get up for child endangerment. Okay, this is Missouri. This ain't the West Coast or the East Coast or Europe or none of those places. This kind of stuff, even the criminals will get hurt. Put her in the general population and see if she's still telling that same story. You in the back room with Becky. It is Monday. I want it to still be marvelous for you because let the light shine of truth and let's have some understanding. If you see something that does not look right, I don't care if you're wrong and they say, oh, well, that was nothing. Good. It's okay. Say something. Do something. Stop sitting and looking and doing nothing. It's your friggin' responsibility too. Once that child was outside of that household and allegedly in danger, everybody that could look should have been looking. Wish it would have been my block. Y'all would have seen some different stuff. Just like when Precious Baby Doe, it was the foot patrol, not the police, but the people in the streets. An ex-Vietnam veteran found the baby's remains and started giving information of what he observed. It's breaking my heart. But I got no more tears to cry because I'm pissed off that you all are not upset. And maybe y'all said, we upset too, B. We just ain't, vented the way you are. You in the back room with Becky. Let's think about something. Why are so many children coming up missing and lost? Why?